On a dark and stormy night, a weary traveler named Emma stumbled upon a small, isolated inn at the edge of a forest. The owner, an elderly woman with a creaky voice, welcomed her inside. There was something strange about the inn. The air felt unnaturally cold, and the flickering candlelight cast long shadows on the walls. After a quiet dinner, Emma retired to her room, which was oddly small and bare. The bed was uncomfortably stiff, but she tried to rest. As the wind howled outside, she thought she heard a faint whispering sound, like someone calling her name. She sat up, heart racing, but the room was empty. She tried to shake off the eerie feeling and settled back down, only to hear the whispering again, this time closer, as if coming from the corner of the room. She hesitantly turned, but there was nothing there. The whispering stopped, and Emma sighed with relief, thinking it was just her imagination. But then, the temperature in the room dropped dramatically, and the shadows seemed to grow darker, stretching toward her. She heard a voice, clear and cold, right behind her ear. "Leave her now." Terrified, she leaped out of bed and rushed to the door, but it wouldn't open. Panicking, she pulled harder, but the door was stuck fast. The room around her seemed to pulse with a menacing energy. In a last-ditch effort, she turned and faced the window, praying for help. That's when she saw it. Outside, beyond the window, standing in the storm, was the figure of a man, pale, gaunt, and staring straight at her. His eyes were hollow, and his mouth twisted into a grotesque smile. As the storm raged louder, he began to move closer, his face contorting with every step. Emma screamed, but no sound came out. The man reached the window, his face pressed against the glass, his breath fogging up the pane. Then, just as suddenly as he had appeared, he vanished. The door flew open with a violent crash. Emma bolted from the room and fled into the night, never looking back. The next morning, the innkeeper found the room abandoned. No trace of Emma could be found, though the bed was undisturbed and the window was wide open. But when the innkeeper checked the weather journal kept in the lobby, a new entry had appeared, written in trembling hand. "I will never leave her."